Okay.
All right, so welcome everybody. This is Antuan, Apex Couture Magazine. We have a special guest in the building, and I'm sure you guys are familiar with this face. My fiance is, she knows everything about you. She should be doing this interview right now. So just tell the people who you are, and let's get into
You're lucky you have a fiance.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I was like, I was trying to tell her about you, and she was looking at me
Yeah,
like,
blessed man.
I know everything about him. And I'm like, you want to do the interview? I would love you to do that. So, just tell the people who you are and, go ahead and take the floor real quick.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Darrin Henson, and hopefully after this interview, you will know a little bit more about me.
Yes, sir. So you have quite an extensive resume. And um, give give us a rundown of because I know and I'm I want you to give a rundown of some of the work you've done and let the people know what you know him for.
Well, I won't do an entire rundown, but
Yeah, I
most,
can understand.
yeah, specifically, I think people know me from the television series Soul Food, which
Mm-hmm.
was on Showtime for 5 years, and then Lincoln Heights on ABC Family, and then, of course, Stomp the Yard,
Of
which made
course,
a huge impression all over the world, and quite a few other films and different things in my career. But I would assume we'll talk about those individually. But those are some of the things that stand out.
so right now, you got the joint going on BET. Um,
The family
the
business.
family business. So talk about that a bit and let's see what's going on with that.
The family business is Carl Weber's new TV series that airs on BET Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Uh, and Ernie Duncan plays my father, and Valerie Pettiford plays my mom. And it's about a very wealthy, affluent family in New York City, and they have two businesses. One is the exotic car business, and the other one is narcotics. So they
Okay.
dibble and dabble in both worlds.
Wow. So was this a role that you felt you needed to cement? Because you're well known for having a wide range, so to speak, of what the type of roles you can play.
Well, what's important to me is the type of character, the writing more so, more than anything. It's about telling stories. So whenever a project comes where there's a very dynamic story that's being told and
Mm-hmm.
being unfolded, especially through a television series that has great arcs in it, then yeah, it's absolutely something I wanted to be involved with.
Great. So you said some of the cast members. Who else are you guys working with?
We have quite a few people: Javicia Leslie, Sean Ringo,
Mm.
um, Miguel Nunez, Tammy Roman, um, you know, Dylan Weber. I
Okay.
mean, we've got Malik Yoba, Gary Dordan, Armanda
Indeed.
Santi. We've got some real great cast. Emilio um, Rivera.
Mm.
So we're excited about the people that we work with. Yeah,
That's good
and
to
it's directed by Trey Haley and produced by Tridestin. So we've got a great team.
Cool. So 2019 coming up. I can
Yes.
imagine you have some things in store for us.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm literally on the set of one of them. I wrote a film that we're actually shooting now. I can't give you the name, but
Okay.
it's a hot action film filled with fashion, passion, fight scenes. It's a pretty awesome film. I'm very proud of it, and people will know more about it next year. Um,
Great. We're looking
we've got
forward.
a great cast of people, directed by Sean Welling. So it's uh it's something to look out for in 2019.
Great, great. So listen, I saw something on your Facebook page, uh, pregnant with thought. Talk to me about that. I looked at the picture and I was like, the thing about the picture was what I saw was with the belly, the face matched, because you know when the woman is pregnant, the glow that she has. I'm looking
Yeah.
at that. I'm like, wow, he really captured that.
Yeah. Well, the book is my third book that I wrote. It's called Pregnant with Thought,
Hmm.
and it's really a book about promise. It's a book about law of attraction. It's a book about growth. It's a book about extending ourselves. It's a book about enhancing ourselves through our daily activities, our daily thoughts, our daily actions. Pregnant with Thought, very, very simply, is about people who are inspired by other people and have ideas. And there's a gestation period where you're pregnant, but then you have to have the baby, and that's taking action. And then you nurture the baby until it grows. So, Pregnant with Thought is about who we are, our ideas, and our desires, and about birthing them, and then, of course, cultivating them.
Of course, and let them know where they can find that book and
The book is, yeah, the book is exclusively sold on DarrinHenson.com,
okay, okay, cool.
on my website only. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about the experience. You said you had a 5 year run with the Soul Food series. Everybody knows about that. Everybody is, that's one of the main things people are familiar with. Talk about that and that experience, what it done for you. You know, some of the things that happened on the set, like anything about it.
Well, those 5 years turned into 18 years because the show is still running.
What?
And so, yeah, the show's still running. You can see the show on many different platforms, so it's
Okay.
still playing. So, it was my literally my first thing as an actor that propelled me in front of the world. So I'm very thankful. We had a great cast. I love going to work. Shout out to Felicia Henderson, the executive producer and the showrunner, um, who wanted me in the character Lem. Shout out to Mackay Pfeiffer, who originated the Lem
Yeah.
character, and all of the original actors that did the movie. Um, George Tillman, Bob Title. Um, I'm just thankful to all of those people because that was my beginning. So, and I'm
Yeah.
thankful to all the people that supported Soul Food and support Soul Food to this day.
Yeah, I think it was a good transition that you had from coming from Mackay Pfeiffer and going into you as a role. So I think that played over well. So let's talk about Lincoln Heights, you know, which was a hot one, man. Talk about that experience.
Yeah, the Lincoln Heights came, and I played a nurse, a male nurse named
Mhm.
Ruben, who was really good friends with my Sean's character, who used to be a gangbanger, and he killed, somebody, Michael Warren, his wife, and his TV wife, years before. And he changed his life and he wanted to help, but his past caught up to him. So it was one of those things, and that was a great series, to be on as well.
Yeah, it was. With these, I mean, you mesh so well with the roles that you. Does this? Is it hard to turn it off?
Sometimes it is, depending on the role that you're doing. It can be very, very difficult to to shake a role. That's happened. That's happened to me many times. To shake a role. There have been times where, yeah, it took me months to get out of a character.
What? And see, I'm not an actor, so that's always been something that's interesting to me. To know, like, you're like a totally different person in that moment, but you live it and
Yeah.
breathe it. So I can imagine how, sometimes it would be hard to come up out of it. Is it the ones that you enjoy the most, or is it, just the ones that grab you?
Well, my job as an actor is to tell the truth.
Okay.
A good actor tells the truth. So I think it's normally the really deep films. Chances are a film that you're filming for about 3 months, 2 to 3 months. You're in that mental space every day, and a character that you really love or care about. And so, like anything else, when you're in it for a while, there's a momentum. So sometimes it's difficult to shake. Yeah.
Yeah. So, are there any roles that you haven't played that you're interested in, or anything you're looking to write, for the near future?
Yeah, there's quite a few roles that I haven't played. There's quite a few actors that I haven't worked with. Travolta,
Mm.
Denzel, Sam Jackson, Benicio del Toro. I feel like I'm just getting started. People always talk about I'm a veteran. I don't know if I'm a veteran. I
Man,
don't
I
think.
was on that. That's where I was at with it. I mean, you don't feel that way. I feel like it, but I don't
Nah, I mean, one or two TV shows don't make you a veteran. A veteran is Lawrence Fishburne. A
know.
veteran is Robert De Niro. A veteran is, Sam Jackson. A veteran is Denzel Washington. I'm kind of still, I'm not a newbie, but I mean, if we looked at it as an age thing, I feel like I'm 13 years old. I'm just
Okay.
getting my teenage years off the ground. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
What, you're a real down to earth person, man. Because like, we see it different. As a fan, I see it like,
Yeah.
man, you the OG. You the big homie. So,
Not at all.
well, I mean, it's definitely great to be able to speak with you, and not, the current affairs of things, man. Times have changed. Um, how do you feel about the political scope and uh the way things are going? Oh wow, you there? Oh, sorry about that.
Yes.
Everybody's so sensitive these days. You had the issue that just happened with Kevin Hart and things of that nature. How do you feel about things like that and where we are today?
I think we live in a biased society. I think
Yeah.
our society is a do as I say and not as I do society.
Yes.
So, I think Kevin handled it perfectly. He's like, look, man, I apologized a long time ago. I don't need to apologize again. People
Yes.
want you to bend down and bend over, and it's
It's
unnecessary. When you're a man and you know who you are and you know the grounds that you stand on, I think that's more than enough.
yeah.
And I think that, in today's society, a lot of times, again, they're do as I say and not as I do.
Yes, it's different, and I brought that up because when I was coming up, we respected those before us, the OGs. I use the term OGs, and those that paved the way for us. And
Yeah.
you know, I was watching earlier today, so I'm sure you're familiar with Keith Sweat. And I was one of the things I saw with the little homie Jacquees. They had the little I'm the king of R&B deal. I'm sure. And did you see the issue with Keith Sweat he had? You saw that? Like, I'm glad he apologized, but that's like just an example. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's how do you feel about the younger generation acknowledging, because you named some names and I can tell
Well, the
when.
thing is, right now, I don't think that the younger generation acknowledges the elders the way they should. When we were brought up, we were taught to respect our elders.
Yes,
The
sir.
younger generation doesn't anymore. They haven't been taught. They got caught. The last 15 years,
Yeah.
I think, has been, people trying to get the feet off of their necks, and the people who were supposed to be teaching were in a defensive position.
Yeah.
So the ones that came from them definitely are not in a space and a place where they're mindful of elders, but they don't understand that they stand on the shoulders of giants.
Yeah.
And you're in a space where you got a man who's been doing R&B music for over, maybe 25 years, 30
Yes,
years.
man.
And, you got to give honor to him
Yes, you have
and
to.
and humble yourself and respect. So to me, it just shows where we are as a state of mind in terms of where the
So
youth
that
is today.
blew my mind. And then I saw the look on, Keith Sweat's face, and I'm just like, because he had to look like, I can't even, you know what I mean? And you don't want to be hard on them because they need the guidance. But at this point, they don't understand that they need that guidance. So it's just like, it's
Yeah,
like, oh, y'all
they're
old.
not aware of it. Yeah,
Yeah, they're not, you know what I mean? And so, that's why when I come in here, I pay that homage because uh, uh, even though you feel like you're 13 years old in the game, I still recognize you as somebody that's been putting down and deserves that respect. And I think
I
that,
appreciate that.
oh man, you deserve it. And I think that any advice, and I would ask you of that, any advice that you would give to anyone that's coming up in the game, I would think that it's valuable and they should listen.
Yeah. I was always told study the greats and be greater, but always humble yourself. You look at a person like Michael Jackson, gave homage to Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire, gave homage to Jackie Wilson, James Brown. So you could be great and still give homage.
Yes. And I get in my feelings about Mike and Prince. I get in my feelings, man. Like, you know, quiet as kept. I don't want nobody, y'all don't, I love my fiance, all right? Well, she told me she didn't like Prince one time, and I was just like, what? I'm like, you don't what? I'm like,
Yeah,
who? Listen, we don't talk like that in this house. You know what I
that's
mean?
right. That's right.
But that's the greatness that we would want, our youth to achieve. And that's the greatness that you work towards and have contributed to. So I mean, I see us waking up as a people, and we got to get them. I think we definitely have to get them. And it's a struggle right now because of social media. So how do you feel about that? The way social media has changed the scope of superstars coming on the rise. I imagine it's like
Well,
a
social media is like any other drug. If you put it in your veins, you may lose control. So, either it controls you or you control it. So, social media is just a platform. It's how you use it that will
yeah,
determine your outcomes. So it's no stronger than any other drug, and it's no weaker than any other drug. You have to learn how to use it for what you desire for. For me, it's a form of entertainment. It could be a form of business, but again, most of the
yeah,
time, 99% of the time, it's abused. And so when you abuse anything, it takes over you, which is how cognitive dissonance has been setting in now.
yeah,
People's cognitive skills are off. They say if you leave your phone out, you pick it up every 6 minutes, just about.
yeah.
So people have to learn or unlearn and unlearn what they have been addicted to and how they got addicted. So again, it's not going anywhere. We have to
No,
learn
it's
to
not.
master ourselves.
You know what? That's dope, man. Listen, let me tell you, I really appreciate you taking out the time. I ain't even want to hold you up that much, but it is an honor to have you chop up some game with me. And I hope all y'all out there listening to the big homie speak, man, y'all take it in, soak it in, man, and let that thing swish around up in there. Are there any is there anything else you'd like to cover? Because you're gonna be on that cover, man. Y'all better watch out for that cover. I got some of the pics already. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, I would say stay tuned. The new episodes of The Family Business come on January 8th,
January
Tuesdays
8th.
at 9 p.m. on BET. Stay tuned because we got a lot more coming. If you like the first part of it, in January, it's getting ready to be off the chain. January 8th, Tuesdays on BET. Carl Weber's The Family Business. And go to my website and get my book, Pregnant with Thought.
Yes, sir. Tell them the website again.
www.darrinhenson.com.
And this website will have all of your social media connects, right?
Everything.
All right. Y'all already heard it. I will definitely have that laid out for you guys. Like I said, it's an honor. And I see you on the set, you working hard. And listen, Denzel, he coming. You know what I mean?
I'm coming.
You coming, man. Yeah, and listen, man, keep doing your thing, and I really appreciate you. And we're gonna make this thing rock, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much to you and Sasha and everybody who's involved to help me get on this platform with you.